Welcome back to the GovCon Intelligence Briefing. It is August 12th, 2026, and I am your host, Alex. Today, we are diving into the latest signals shaping the federal landscape, from AI procurement transparency to the shifting realities of cybersecurity compliance. As always, this briefing is produced by cybercloudai.tech. We are here to help small businesses and GovCon teams navigate the complexities of cybersecurity, cloud, AI, and federal capture strategy without all that heavy, expensive Fortune 500 overhead. Joining me today is Maya. Maya, it feels like the pace of change in the federal space is hitting warp speed lately. How are you doing?
I am doing great, Alex, and you are not kidding about the pace. My inbox is basically a fire hose of policy updates and tech shifts right now. It is a lot to track, but honestly, it is an exciting time to be in the weeds of federal tech. I have got my coffee, my data sets are ready, and I am primed to break down what this actually means for our listeners.
Perfect. Let's get right into the opportunities and solicitation signals. There is a very interesting development coming out of the Army regarding AI in contract awards. A lawsuit is challenging how the Army uses AI in their evaluations, and the big takeaway here is a push for better transparency. Alan Schwatkin noted that we should expect more disclosure upfront in solicitations about whether AI is being used and where. Maya, for those of us in the capture game, how does this change our approach?
It is a massive signal, Alex. If you're bidding on work where AI might be part of the evaluation process, you need to be asking those questions during the Q&A phase. Don't just assume the process is black box. If the government is going to use AI to grade your proposal, you have a right to know the criteria. I would say this is a prime opportunity to start a capture thread specifically focused on AI-augmented procurement compliance. If you can help an agency navigate that transparency, you are adding real value.
That makes sense. Speaking of compliance, we have to talk about the shift under NSPM 12. We're moving away from those decentralized, policy-heavy efforts like the old zero trust guidance toward a much more centralized model. This is all about uniform compliance and, frankly, real accountability. It's a shift from check the box to prove the outcome.
Exactly. And that is where the tech-obsessed side of me gets a little giddy, because centralized compliance is a huge lift for agencies. It means they need tools that can provide that real-time accountability. If you're a small business providing cloud or cyber solutions, your pitch just got a lot more specific. You're not just selling a tool, you're selling a centralized compliance engine. It's a bite of reality that agencies have to swallow, and they're gonna need help doing it. A tech pun? I'll let it slide. Moving on to the DoD. They are standing up their 9th Manufacturing Innovation Institute in North Carolina. The focus is on military fabrics and addressing what they're calling unacceptable vulnerabilities in production. This is a clear signal that the supply chain is a top-tier priority. If you're in the manufacturing or secure supply chain space, this is a target-rich environment. Absolutely. And it ties into the broader cyber narrative. If the fabric is smart or integrated with sensors, it is a cyber asset. Don't overlook the software layer in these hardware-heavy initiatives.
Good point. Also, keep an eye on the Senate. We have a companion bill to the House-passed cyber bill for small businesses. Senators Adam Schiff and Todd Young are pushing to tap the GAO for recommendations on federal cyber programs. This is a signal that the legislative branch is getting serious about how small businesses fit into the federal cyber ecosystem. It could lead to new programs or funding streams down the line.
I am watching that one closely. If the GAO gets involved, it usually means a formal study, which leads to a report, which leads to a new policy. It is a long game, but it is a game you want to be positioned for now.
Let's pivot to customer intelligence. The Social Security Administration is facing intense pressure from unions to boost funding and staffing. They are talking about hiring 20,000 new employees to clear backlogs. Maya, that is a lot of new seats to fill. That means a massive demand for IT infrastructure, onboarding, and security support.
It is a gold mine for the right partner. If you can help them scale their IT systems to support that many new users, you are in a great spot. But remember, the IRS just got hit by a GAO report saying IT cuts led to delays in processing paper returns because they lost experienced acquisition staff. So the lesson for SSA is don't just hire people, hire the tech and the expertise to support them.
That is a sobering reminder. We are also keeping an eye on the debt ceiling discussions. GovExec is reporting that a breach could mean the government stops paying employees. That is a watch list item for everyone because it would ripple through every single contract and payment schedule in the federal space.
Yeah, that is the kind of macro risk that keeps BD leads up at night. It is not something you can control, but you definitely need to account for it in your cash flow planning.
We also have some noise around the Air Force, with the former secretary suing to restore his security clearance and ongoing debates at the EEOC regarding workforce data collection. These are important, but for now they are background noise. Keep them on your radar, but don't let them distract from your core capture efforts.
Agreed. And one last thing on the watch list, contractors are running into trouble with the Pentagon's Anthropic restrictions. They are getting conflicting certification requests. It is a mess, and it is a perfect example of why agencies need to get their governance sorted before they roll out these advanced AI tools.
Which brings us to our 3 practical capture actions for the week. First, review your pipeline for any upcoming solicitations involving AI. If the solicitation doesn't explicitly state how AI will be used in the evaluation, reach out to the CO. Demand that transparency now, before the RFP drops.
Second, look at your current cloud and cyber offerings through the lens of NSPM 12. Can you articulate how your solution supports centralized, uniform compliance? If not, rewrite your capability statement this week to emphasize that centralized accountability angle.
And third, for those of you tracking the SSA or IRS, start mapping out the IT acquisition gaps. If they're struggling with staffing, look for opportunities to provide managed services or acquisition as a service support to help them bridge that gap. Don't just sell the software, sell the solution to their talent shortage.
Those are solid, actionable steps, Alex. It is all about being the partner that makes their life easier, not just another vendor adding to their procurement headache.
Well said. That is all the time we have for today. Remember, for GovCon cybersecurity, cloud, AI, compliance, and capture support, visit www.cybercloudai.tech. We are here to help you win without the overhead. And while you're there, check out our other technology and GovCon podcasts at www.cybercloudai.tech/Spotify. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you next time.